Hi everyone, Kelt here, bringing you my thoughts on Harry and Meghan's latest shenanigans. So many things to question right now. One is the fact that Harry declares that he will sue anyone that laughs at his wife's cookery series. That inspired me then to read all of the comments, and most of them are hilarious. Is he going to sue people for having a sense of humour and seeing humour in something which is quite cringeworthy anyway? Apparently, Meghan did actually hit a world record for the most number of dislikes on a Netflix trailer for a potential show. How absolutely embarrassing for her. Not that she would be embarrassed, but she is allegedly quite angry about this. So the Australian News is saying that Meghan's new Netflix series will rebrand a Duchess difficult into a culinary queen. I think it's very much tongue-in-cheek. They're pretty good at that. So it's fairly common knowledge that there's been a massive backlash, and most people are finding her cookery show quite insincere and more of a comedy, actually. And then the release of the alleged passing of her dog Guy, when the timeline does not add up, obviously done for attention and obviously done for sympathy because of all the backlash about her cookery programme. So she decides to come up with this, having lost her dog. It's being suggested that he died some time back. I've heard that he died in October, and she's kept it quiet so she could use it for a time like this. He did have quite serious injuries, and many wonder whether he actually ever really recovered from them. The accident that he had, you know, the one where he broke both legs, and I think the vet who treated him impressed Harry and Meghan so much that he was invited to their wedding, no less. There is a photo of her dog, Guy, with her and her alleged children, and that dog is most definitely photoshopped into the picture, in my opinion. It seems to have changed from one article to another. I took a screenshot on my phone yesterday, and it showed his nose being in front of Meghan's hair. So he's not looking to the side of her, and it's as if he's been pasted onto this photoshopped in. And then you look at another photo in an article that I found today, and his nose is in a different position. It's her hair. It's as if her hair has been photoshopped over his nose to make it look as if he's to the right-hand side of her. It's very strange, but they're both different, these two photos. They haven't been touched by me, but there's one photo yesterday and another one today from the Daily Mail article. It seems that loads of photos have been released to help us forget about the disastrous cooking show. The Daily Mail says, and I quote, "Meghan reveals most intimate glimpse yet into Archie and Lily's lives." So just the fact that they've released loads of photos that look very different, because they're from different times, different years, and some are obviously photoshopped, but we're supposed to be grateful for this and forget about everything else that they've done. It's always the backs of their heads, so why bother? And then there's a child saying that he might fall regarding the dog in a video of the dog with Harry and Meghan and the other dog in a car on a journey, and it means nothing. And they're still showing that photo of a legless ginger-haired child. I did a video on it way back, and I'll include that in the link at the end of this. And the Daily Mail is still using these photos. I'm surprised they've posted the photos of the poor dog with his legs in plaster and bandages, because there were so many questions around that incident, and the stories did not ring true. They were inconsistent, and both of them have inconsistencies regarding their versions of what happened to Guy to cause his injuries. So again, that's why I'm surprised that they've actually posted those pictures of him, because it will only get the questions coming back again, especially from the dog lovers. So we've been showered with pictures and video footage from the Daily Mail of old footage that this couple have decided to generously bestow on the public right now. But most of the public do not seem to be buying it. And now, as if that wasn't enough, they're opening their home for victims of the LA fires. They were apparently opening their home for loved ones. So what's so special about that anyway? What about helping the homeless and the strangers? So this didn't make any sense at the time because they allegedly live nowhere near the fires, and their neighbours and friends wouldn't have needed to be taken in. But having said that, it now looks as if they could be ordered to evacuate themselves. And this news was about 4 hours ago. It was said that a large part of Montecito has been deemed a high fire risk. So I don't know what the situation is now, but it's not even their home. Most of what we see is a different house anyway. And they're not even together. So they managed to get into this real news, which is shocking and quite heartbreaking for those involved. And how can a nationwide story of an absolute genuine disaster become about them? It's all about California. It's not about Harry and Meghan. It's almost like they're pushing themselves in anything that's newsworthy. They're inserting themselves into any story that's out there and making it about them. It's bizarre how their names have been brought up in this, and it is just very bad taste. Not all the people who lost homes were Hollywood stars. There were people that lived in that area that were hard-working, family-orientated people, devastated at what they worked for all their lives, and it's now just gone. And I'm pretty sure that if this becomes a Harry and Meghan story, it's going to really offend a lot of these people. For them to be offering their home, which isn't even their home, for friends and loved ones, when they were at least a 2-hour journey away from the fires, makes no sense. Also, there's only one loved one, which is her mother. Oh, and maybe Marcus Anderson. But I thought they were with them anyway. And it's rumoured now, according to a friend of Meghan, that Archie and Lily could appear on her Netflix show. And I wonder, how are they going to manage that one? Well, maybe it will be worth watching because we can see the relationship between them and see who these children really are. Or will they be hiding and just speaking? Don't tell me she'll do a Netflix show with cooking in it and have the children's backs of their heads showing. I've also had more confirmation that her dog passed away in October from a source. So it looks like she was obviously saving it for the appropriate time. Unlike Catherine, who genuinely shared the loss of her dog with us when it happened, without a great fanfare and without gaining anything from it. Well, the whole thing is sickening. Whatever they do, they make sure they're in the news, and I really cannot believe that I'm seeing their names along with the LA fires. Anything to get their names trending. So, let me have your thoughts, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching. Bye.